Well, good evening, everybody. Uper Jim here from Ottawa National Forest, Norway Lakes Campground here in Sydney on the beautiful Upper Peninsula, Uperland. Yes, we made it back. Checked in here about 7 o'clock last night. Just kind of hung out here, spent the day, played around with the solar in the refrigerator, went down to the lake. Yeah, there's a lake over here, Norway Lake. So here's the campground, got the tent set up. I got to charge up one of the batteries because, you can see it's pretty forested in here. Don't have a lot of good spots. There was just enough to keep us going here today, but that was good. Mainly charging up the backup power. Just topping it off. Solar battery pack was down a little bit. I had to charge it up. Now let's run on the refrigerator. We have approximately 12.8 volts right now on that battery bank there. More than enough to get us through the night. Just charging up the rock pal there, just topping it off. I use that today to mostly power the refrigerator while I power the refrigerator. So the rock pal was pretty much the workhorse today. Letting this guy charge up. All right, so what's next? Well, what's next? Reality sets in, and we gotta head on back to Grand Rapids tomorrow. Got to go back to the real world, work. So I got a report for duty Tuesday. And gives me Monday to get ready. But that's okay. We had a nice freeze-dried meal for dinner tonight. Having a couple beers. Try to get up early tomorrow, and we will catch some sights along the way and show you some video along the way of the Upper Peninsula. So again, a good trip. It started in Lower Michigan, ended up in Colorado, Wyoming, Dakotas, back in the Upper Peninsula again, and then we'll be back downstate. All right, well, peace out, everybody. Uper Jim signing off. Make sure you like and subscribe to our videos, and we will chat soon. Thank you. All right, good morning, everybody. Uper Jim here. We are cruising on U.S. Route 2. Just west of Norway and Ibwafay. Should be coming up on Brevoort and the Lake Michigan shoreline. This is a pretty scenic stretch of highway here. Beautiful day, high 70s. It was hot over by Marquette, about 89. Got down here by Lake Michigan, things are a little cooler. So on the tail end of the of about a week and a half trip that led us from Lower Michigan all the way out to Colorado and then back up into the Upper Peninsula of Michigan. So we took the northern route back home. All right, so well, this is home too. The Upper Peninsula is always home, but where I'm working now is the Grand Rapids area. Okay, so we are looking at, I think we're coming up on Brevoort or the scenic shore. We'll see here in a second. So we broke camp. Well, there's Lake Michigan. Some choppy waves out there. Busy traffic day. Lots of campers. Putting a test on everybody's patience. But the fortunate thing about this stretch of 2, the state transportation department puts in about a half a dozen passing lanes so people can pass safely. Especially when you got a large group of RVs and campers, that tends to slow things down. Got a 65-mile-an-hour speed limit on this stretch and most of the 2-lane highways across the UP. mainly M28 and US 2, the main east-west thoroughfares, are the most heavily traveled and badly needed roads for the passing lanes. So, you know, despite this being a pretty heavy traffic day, not bad. We're making decent time. And we left Sidnaw again this morning. Cell phone was goofing up, showing Central Time, so I had to be careful of that, not to trust the cell phone time. Add an hour to that because we were technically in the Eastern Time zone, but the cell towers were probably coming from Ironwood. So, hey, look at this VW bus coming. Don't get to see too many of those too often. And of course, he's got a line of cars behind him. I'm sure that thing doesn't go very fast. Yeah, there's a 65-mile-an-hour speed limit here. And here's one of those passing lanes that help alleviate some of that congested traffic. I got past most of the slow movers, what I call the SMVs, back about 10 minutes ago. So now I can kind of set the cruise control about 67, 68, 65-mile-an-hour road. Oh, looks like we got a group I'm coming up on, so that's all right. We're almost to the Mackinac Bridge. And that's gonna be all freeway from there. So again, here's the little town of Iguafe. This is one of 3 towns that border US 2 here between the Mackinac Bridge and Route 117. All right, we'll check out Iguafe. This is also where the Cut River Bridge is. It's kind of scenic through here. Definitely, this is a must travel, the Upper Peninsula, for anybody that hasn't been up here. Give it a try. I think you'll enjoy it. Just sit back and enjoy the ride here. Hoping to get a stretch of the beach here. We should be coming up on it here pretty quickly. All right, time to reduce my speed as I come up on some heavy traffic. Gotta really be careful on this little stretch. Even though it seems real scenic, it's pretty busy. Lake over there. I'm gonna do something I shouldn't be doing, but I gotta keep moving. This little stretch of US 2 was redone last year because of some beach erosion. The old highways over here, this was opened up last year during the pandemic. They were able to really advance on it quickly. The lake levels were a lot higher last year. But yeah, the old section of US 2, you can kind of go through the woods, you can kind of see it. I'm sure they're making that a snowmobile trail now. It's definitely moved inland a little bit to avoid the beach erosion that occurred over the years. And this is probably the second time they've rerouted US 2. I remember back in college when I was going to Northern, they rerouted it a couple times. Here's the famous Cut River Bridge here. I knew we were coming up on it. That's a good place to kind of go hike or maybe take a lunch break. I I got a little roadside park there for you to pull off of. I am not stopping today. I got to make some time. I got to get home and get the grass cut and get ready for work to begin. I got to report for duty on Tuesday. It gives me Monday. I got to meet with a student assistant, get him all up to speed. But yeah, so this is going to be, I'm going to try to, make some time today. I'm estimating I'll probably be making it back by probably 7:30, 8 o'clock tonight. Maybe a little later than that. I'm definitely going to have to stop and eat here. I'm thinking I'm going to the turkey place there in Waters. It's always a must stop also. Get turkey dinners there for a pretty reasonable price and get a nice comfort meal there for you. All right, we should be approaching a scenic stretch of beach here, so I'll start the video here in a second. Okay, we're back. We just passed through the town of Brevort. That's the home of Max's old boss from Mackinac Island, current golf pro at the Jewel for the Grand Hotel. It was a good job he had. Made several trips to the island when my son was the assistant pro there. Yeah, if you ever get a chance to go to Mackinac Island, highly recommend it. But I would avoid the touristy areas and maybe get a bike and explore the interior of the island. There's some of the old tourist traps. Pasties. Actually sounds kind of good right now. Question to you Yoopers. Ketchup or gravy? Ketchup? Nah, gravy all the way. That's a personal preference. Alright, here's that scenic stretch that I've been wanting to film here for you guys. This is the north shore of Lake Michigan coming up here. And a lot of people love to stop and spend the day here. Just pull off the shoulder and find a nice spot on the beach. It's a really nice beach. Kind of looks like the Caribbean when you're driving through here. We're coming up on it. So I will shut up and let you guys enjoy the view. There you have it. Enjoy. This is between Brevort and St. Ignace. I can see probably one of these days we may... Ooh, look at that, water's getting close to the road. There's probably going to be a day where they're going to have to move this stretch also. I hope not, because this is a beautiful stretch. Nice surfing weather out there. All right, there you go. All right, southbound and down. About head back to Troll Land here, below the bridge. It's a Yooper nickname for people that live in the Lower Peninsula. Troll. Kind of windy. They got advisories out for vehicles that are high profile, like RVs. Hang on a second here, guys. There we go. So here we go. The historic Mackinac Bridge. Look at the northbound traffic. They are lined up almost to mid-span. I bet they are. People coming up for one of the last weeks in summer, because school starts mostly here in the state here around the 24th. So look at that. Yeah, that's incredible. Southbound not too bad. I mean, it's heavy, but all the toll gates were open. Yeah, this is crazy. So yeah, the northbounders, they are coming in droves. All right, so we're about we're hitting the suspension portion of the bridge. You know, before this bridge was built, which opened deer hunting weekend, I think it was November 1957, you took a ferry. You had to cross, you know, at St. Ignace or Mackinac City, and apparently it was crowded. Of course, that was well before my time. My grandmother said, yeah, it was busy. Holy, this bridge is backed up for the northbound side all the way. All right, so again, the bridge has been a major asset to the state, linking both peninsulas here. At one time was the largest suspension bridge. I think it's still in the top 10. 5 miles long. And then the center, which we're going to enter right now, we're starting to get some traffic on the south side here. So this middle lane is a storm lane, which helps the air come flow to keep the bridge from keep it a little bit more stable. I don't like this center lane, but sometimes you got to get in it. Speed limit on this bridge is 45 miles an hour. I'm going 31. I'm going to get over because there's somebody right behind me wanting to get over. More power to you, buddy. Right now, no construction, which is unusual. Usually there's a lane closed in the summer. They are doing some work on the towers right now. All right, so we are just about off the suspension part of the bridge and heading into Mackinac City. We're not stopping. We're going to continue on. I wonder what's going on here on the right side. We are going to jump over here in a second. All right, there's your trip across.